Hi, I'm Duncan Robertson. I'm an artist.
Then sings my soul to my Savior God. To Thee we sing, how great Thou art. Then sings my soul to my Savior God. To Thee we sing, how great Thou art, O Lord my God.
I was raised in a artistic family. My mother is an exceptional watercolorist. My sister went to VCU for illustration, same exact school and degree that I've gotten. We just paint very differently. My father in his younger years was an artist, and through some issues he just kind of put that part of his life aside. But I have grandfathers and great-grandfathers and grandmothers and great-grandmothers all with a lot of artistic talent, so that definitely was my environment. When I was younger, it was more of just something I could do, not something I necessarily ran to. I would always love going over and playing video games with a friend over sitting alone in my room and drawing. But as I grew older, as I was really looking like, okay, where am I, what is life? What am I doing with this life? Who is this God that I'm hearing of at church in the mornings? What is this purpose that He has for me? As I started to mature, as I started to understand the gospel and just grow up through the gospel, under gospel teaching, I realized that of all the things all the directions I could go, this is the one that is for me. As I created more, as I found out that, wow, like there's something here that not everyone connects to it the same way, I started looking more into that, and I started to really find that joy, find that connection, find that wow, like this Bible story really was exciting. Like, how can I live that excitement of Samson? I drew Samson. My response to things that I was passionate about always was an artwork, and that became my pursuit, was to respond through art. Being a Christian, I don't believe that art is just for art's sake. I think it all goes to show the hand of the Creator. Art is beauty that should not be an end in of itself. The beauty should lead you to question, where did this beauty come from? And that takes us always back to the Lord if we trail it back. To me, the gospel is Jesus Christ, and that's that. It's His life, death, and resurrection. In relating to me and my art, really comes to grace, comes to the resurrection aspect. I get hung up a lot when I create on my own pride, my own perfection, or not perfection, but my own pursuit of perfection. My pride battles me to get this exactly how I see it in my head. And that my artistic walk parallels my faith walk entirely, where it's my pursuit in life rather than Christ is so often a religious perfection. And by His grace, by His death and resurrection, that is covered. My goal is not to pursue that religious perfection. My goal is to rest and find Christ as my Savior and find Christ as my only hope. Grace is the reason I paint. Everything that I see in beauty, when I see a landscape that I want to paint, that the life that is there, the grass, the trees, that's God's grace. That is God extending creation, allowing us to be a part of this, that we don't deserve at all. Grace was God creating the world in the first place. I see grace very actively right now in my life through my community at Redemption Hill, and how my brothers and sisters in community, who outside of this community I would probably never have met, they've encouraged me and challenged me and pushed me to fight the temptations of debilitating pride that comes up that keeps me from creating art. They encourage me to fight that. They remind me of the gospel, encourage me with the gospel to continue to produce art and continue to go forward in the direction I know the Lord has called me to go in. So that is absolutely God's grace that I have the community that I have. I would love to see artists in the church seeing what the Lord has given them and being able to challenge each other and encourage each other to remember why art exists, to glorify the Lord, and to challenge each other to stay in that mindset, that if art is a career for someone, that the other artists in the church are there to encourage them and remind them that the end goal is not to make art for money. The end goal is to do whatever we do for the Lord's sake, knowing that He will provide whatever money we need to survive.